On the 9th and 10th day of Christmas, 9 fingers brings to you. You heard it right. I messed up with my addition, simple addition and stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually do 2 movie reviews and just pretend, just kind of throw it under the rug and say, I missed a day. So we're going to do 2 movie reviews to make 12 Christmas movie reviews for the 12 days of Christmas. So you get day 9 and 10 in one day. Just go with it. Anyway, I got 2 technically a movie and a documentary. I'll get into that. But first, the one movie I reviewed, Scrooged, which goes along the lines of this one. It is a Disney movie. I could have chosen Disney's A Mickey Christmas Carol, but I don't own that one on any format. I was kind of pissed. And when I do my reviews, I at least like to have the movie in hand. So I went with the next best thing, and that is Disney's A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. This movie was directed by and written by Robert Zemeckis, as long as with Charles Dickens doing the main storyline. It stars the voices of Jim Carrey, Gary Oldman, Colin Firth, among many others. So pretty much this is like the cut and dry, maybe not cut and dry, but one of the closer movies to deal with the whole Christmas Carol about Ebenezer Scrooge and the 3 ghosts that visit him. The ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future. And pretty much through the story, Charles Dickens' story, pretty much Ebenezer Scrooge, his life has changed because of it. Back then, you see how before he got all, greedy and money hungry, how he was. Now, present day, he kind of sees what's going on behind the scenes, that he does not know what's going on, especially Bob Crackett. I believe that's his name. I haven't, seen the movie or read the story in a long time. But his understudy, I guess you want to call it, how he has a son named Tiny Tim who's, disabled, and the lack of money that he's getting and no bonuses and all this stuff is making it very hard. And then the Ghost of Christmas Future pretty much tells him what's going to go on, that most people aren't going to remember him, not even his family. Well, some of his family will miss him. Others are like, well, screw that guy kind of deal. So his heart changes by the end of the movie. So if you've never read A Christmas Carol, if you've never seen A Christmas Carol done in all its forms, like I said, it's live action. It's whatever you would. I don't even know. It's a cartoon, but it's more like, it's not like claymation, but it's a little bit different. Then you got, like I said, the Mickey's Christmas Carol, which deals with all the Disney characters and whatever, which I actually enjoy the most. But you get Disney's A Christmas Carol too. This one's up there too. But like I said, it's up there with just the actual story. That's day number 9. And then day number 10, like I said, this is a documentary. And the only thing that really got me, well, not really got me, but I'm a big Christmas fan and a big Santa Claus fan. Well, what I did not know was one of my favorite wrestlers was a big Christmas and Santa fan as well, and that is Mick Foley. And I saw this on Netflix, and I was like, oh, I'm interested. And then once I saw it, it had a physical copy. I'm like, I got to get it. And the documentary I'm reviewing is I Am Santa Claus with Mick Foley. This is directed by Tommy Avalon. It stars Mick Foley, Russell Spice, Jim Stevenson, among many others. Pretty much what this is the documentary goes around with, Mick Foley isn't one, but the other follows 5 people, and 4 of them happen to be those like mall Santa Clauses, I guess you want to call it, where during the season they dress up in, full Santa gear and then have kids come and, tell them what they want for Christmas and whatever. Well, it follows them for an entire year. So you do get the whole, Christmas from, the end of November, well now, especially now, beginning of November. But the end of November until Christmas itself, that's when they get most of their, work and their lives are in full gear. Well, it takes you to the other months from Christmas after until the actual Christmas holiday, and it follows them. Some people, have lives other than it. Other people are pretty much that's their lives. Their Santa Claus job is their life, so they don't, they're depressed until that time of year comes again. And it's very interesting on, not that I ever sat there and was like, I wonder what that Santa Claus does on his spare time, but it's interesting. It's got a different, it's got an interesting plot that I'm like, I want to see what goes on. So like I said, it follows 5 different people. Each one has their own story. One is a gay model, I guess you want to call it. I guess they call it a bear, where it's a larger man and he models and all that stuff. He has a boyfriend and all this. Another guy is, pretty much dyed his he had like black hair, and he was saying how people would be afraid of him and they walk away from him until he dyed his hair white like Santa Claus. Then people went up to him, I guess, that he resembled Santa Claus. And then another guy is just does it for fun. It just, I guess, different levels of the Santa Clauses. And then you get Mick Foley, who everybody knows is a WWE wrestler and all this, but he has a huge infatuation with Santa Claus and the whole Christmas spirit. So it's pretty cool, I must say. If you've never seen it, I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but I'll leave a link to where you can. Well, I'll leave a link to where you can purchase both of these movies. But if you're interested in documentaries and stuff, this one's a pretty interesting one. So that is day number 9 and day number 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas. Again, I just can't add correctly. So if you're enjoying this, if you've never seen any of the, I stuck to the guns and mostly review movies that are more popular. Check out Mother Krampus. That's a one that some people might not have heard of, or better watch out. But anyway, I'll leave the link to everything I talk about in the description, where the trailers for these movies and where you can purchase these movies, as well as all my other social medias. I got a Twitter, I got a Facebook fan page, I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. I got a Coromino, I got a Stardust app, I got a Snapchat, which I hardly use. I'm part of the Dorkening. So check out all the show notes or description for everything I talk about. And most of all, if you're enjoying this stuff, if you're enjoying the 12 days or enjoyed anything else that I do, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and as well as I always say, if you have someone who likes movies as much as you do, share my stuff so they know and could enjoy, I guess, my reviews as well. So until next time, I'll see you.